Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Give me just 1 second. I'm having breakfast. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This is your boy, Rod Thomas Jr., and this is a very, very important message from the real news behind the news. Excuse me. Yeah, y'all give me a second. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, man. Today is Friday, September 23rd, 2022. And boy, if you're listening to the mainstream media, you're finna be caught off guard because they are lying to you about what has taken place over the last few days, particularly in Russia. All right, right now they're telling you that Vladimir Putin he ordered a mobilization, which is true. He ordered up 300,000 more reservist troops to send to the they're not going to the front lines in Ukraine, but they're going to take over the places where the Russian troops, the 200,000 some troops are already at. They're going to move to the front line. Basically, what Vladimir Putin is saying, and what you have to really go and look at his whole message, and what he's saying, he's declaring all-out war against NATO. See, what has been happening since the last time I talked to y'all, NATO is supplying, what's going on, big brother Larry? NATO is supplying all these weapons to the Ukraine. It's about to be wintertime. And first of all, the Europeans got to be the dumbest people on the planet to continue pushing for war with this man when they need his oil and gas. Right now, the average utility bill in Europe is almost $3,000 per month, y'all. And it's going to go up. So first of all, they got to be stupid. But they ain't so much stupid. They're being pushed by the United States. Now, what Vladimir Putin did when he declared that mobilization, he said he's prepared right now for all-out war. It's no longer a special military operation. And basically what he said, NATO is steadily pushing for war. We tried peace on every way we could. NATO right now is literally involved. Do y'all realize we got troops? They might be mercenary, but there are Americans on the ground in Ukraine fighting against the Russians. The United States is giving the Ukrainians Russian intelligence. Basically, the United States is conducting a war against Russia, and Russia is saying, forget the proxy war. All gloves are off. We are going to war. Good morning, big brother Larry. This is what's happening, and it is serious, y'all, because NATO has already, Zelensky and members of NATO have already floated the idea of using tactical nuclear weapons. So in Putin's speech Wednesday, he said, prepare for war. We tried our best. NATO is now literally directly involved into this war. So we're going to give them the war they want, and we are going to destroy them. And he said this key word. He said, and also, don't think that if you all even have the idea of trying to use a nuclear weapon, we have thousands more of nuclear weapons than you all do. Now, I'm not talking about a flat-out all-out nuclear war. When they talk about tactical nuclear weapons, those are weapons that are made for the battlefield, not to, go from Moscow to New York or New York to Moscow. But they're meant for limited destruction, but it's still nuclear destruction. Do y'all realize right now that the United States is encouraging the Ukrainians to keep bombing that nuclear plant over there, hoping that they can start a nuclear disaster so they can blame it on Russia through a false flag? Either way it go, y'all, it's getting dead serious. And we here in America, think about it. Y'all be wondering why I be telling y'all this. I always tell you, if you don't understand what's going on overseas, you'll never understand what's happening in your own home. We got all this. Look at the water in Jackson, Mississippi. They still haven't did nothing about the water in Flint. Look at all the homeless people and how that war over there is affecting you. They're fixing to send another $15 billion next week to the Ukraine. That makes almost 80 billion, over 80 billion, close to $100 billion that they would have been sent to the Ukraine in just the last 6 months. And people in Jackson, Mississippi got brown drinking water. It wouldn't take them but 5, 6, 10 million at the most to fix the problem in Jackson, Mississippi, but they're fixing to send $15 billion of your tax dollars over to the Ukraine to fight a war that they are losing badly. And now that they're losing so badly, and the Russians are tired of playing games with NATO because this war ain't got nothing to do with Ukraine in particular. It's all about NATO. That's what it was all about in the beginning, when it was a special military operation. It is no longer a special military operation. Within the next few weeks, you're going to see Russia slaughter the Ukrainians, daring NATO to get involved any further. And if they do, they're going to start slaughtering NATO members that's on the ground, the equipment that's coming. They're going for all-out war now. Putin basically declared full-scale war, but they're not telling you this in America because they want you to be all hyped up for these midterm elections. Well, if things get too bad, y'all, it looks like the midterm election might be put off, and people might be around here trying to find iodine pills because nuclear war is right at your door. Hey, y'all check me out on YouTube. I talk a little bit more about this in detail, but I just had to bring y'all up to date with what's going on. These folks are literally got you in a la-la land here in America, not paying attention. How come ain't nobody in America but me and a few other people really pissed off about the 100 billion? 100 billion with a B. You could have been ended homelessness. You could have been in cut down. I mean, think about it. That's part of the reason why inflation rates going up so high. We're sending all this money just printed up out of nowhere to Ukraine. While we're feeding the Ukrainian people right now, literally, and we got homeless people here in America. And you can take care of homelessness in America literally for $50 billion. We done sent almost double that. It's scheduled to send 15 more billion next week to a bunch of people who getting their ass kicked by Russia. It's finna get deep, y'all. Y'all be blessed.